Welcome. My name is Cheryl, and I'm an empty nester mom who loves to hike, adventure, try new things, and just live a full life. Today, in this video, I want to talk about my tips for last minute backpacking and hiking trips. My first tip is about food. I hate leaving things till last minute. I don't like running out to the 7-Eleven because all of a sudden we're doing a backpacking trip the next day. I don't like buying things full price. I want to get things on sale. So all throughout the year, I try to look at dehydrated meals to see if there's some that are on sale. I'll pick up a couple every few months or so. Then I have a stash, and that's another thing. They get pretty expensive. If you're buying 5 days of dehydrated meals, then you're spending quite a bit of money all at once. Whereas if you just do a little bit over time, it doesn't feel quite so expensive. I'm really not that creative when it comes to hiking food. I just like simple things that I know will fill me up, like the prepared mashed potatoes, and then I'll just add meat to it or some spices or some cheese. And I can eat that for a dinner time with the tea. Also, of course, dehydrated meals that you buy. I don't take the time to dehydrate my own meals. I don't have a dehydrator. I don't have the space for it here. So it's just easier to buy them. I'll maybe make chili or something, and I can just freeze it. And yeah, it's a little bit more weight, but I'm not through hiking, so I can handle a little bit of weight for our 3 or 4 night backpacking trips. I'll make up rice and chicken. I'll put them in baggies, and I'll throw it in the freezer. And then when we're ready, we'll just heat it up on our stove, and we have dinner. My next tip is to have your hygiene bag ready to go, your first aid kit, and your electronics bag. So all the cords are all together for your electronic bags. You have your batteries for your headlamp, and it's off to the side. You know it's all ready. The only thing you have to do is maybe make sure that it's all charged up. The last thing you want to do is go out on a trip and your Garmin is not charged. Or say you have a chargeable headlamp, you want to make sure all your stuff is charged, but you know where all your charging cords are and ready to go. Also, for your hygiene bag, you want to make sure you got enough toilet paper, hand sanitizer, wipes, whatever it is that you need. It's just ready and packed. Also, your first aid kit, leuko tape, blister repair, tent repair kit, or sleeping pad repair kit. What else do you have in your first aid kit? Anything polysporin, anything for allergies, medication. For me, it's hearing aid batteries. I need to make sure I have extra hearing aid batteries. That's the last thing I need, is to not be able to hear anybody while I'm in the middle of nowhere. So all of my first aid kit is all ready to go. I don't have to worry about it. I don't have to think about it. It's good. And if you like to cook while you're camping, which now I do, on the Pacific Crest Trail, I never did this. I never had a cooking set. I had everything just cold.
Cold oatmeal.
I don't do that anymore. My trips are shorter, so I like having a cook set. So I make sure that I have extra fuel canisters. The last thing you need to do is on a trip, and it's you run out of fuel, or it's like, oh, let's go on a trip, and it's like, oh, we only have like a quarter fuel canister left, or the lighter doesn't work because you didn't check it. But I know I have 2 lighters. I know they're both full and set to go for this season. Your clothing bag. I know everybody there's certain hiking clothes that they like to hike in. There's certain sleeping clothes that they sleep in. So why not have them all ready, all packed and ready to go in your clothing bag, so you're not hunting around looking for it in your drawers, trying to find things. Can you tell that I'm speaking from experience? So it's all ready. Maybe just check it to make sure that you've got the extra socks and the extra underwear and raincoat and your puffy. Like, you've got everything you need. Of course, double check it all, but your meat and potatoes of clothing is ready to go. My next tip is bear spray. You want to make sure that your bear spray is not expired. It's not something that I ever had to worry about before until I moved into Grizzly country, and we actually encountered a bear last year. Um, Jason set off bear bangers twice. It was not moving, so we had to get off the trail, but I didn't have a bear banger at that time. I didn't know how to use bear spray. No clue. So that's my tip for bear spray. Make sure it's not expired. Make sure you know how to use it. Make sure it's close to you, and get yourself some bear bangers and some extra canisters. Put them in your belt pocket and you know where they are, and then you're ready should an emergency arise. And last but not least, you want to make sure your sleeping bag, your sleeping pad, and your tent are all in good working order. You have all the tent pegs that you need. All the poles are in good working order. There's no cracks or bends. And then I just put everything in my backpack. When we are ready to do a last minute trip, I just double check to make everything is good to go. Then I have time to say, clean up the condo, because I hate coming back on a trip and the condo is a mess because I'm trying to find everything before our trip, or we're running to the store last minute trying to, or we're filling up the Jeep with gas. Like, I hate last minute stuff. I want to be able to be prepared and ready and stress free when you go on a nice adventure. I make these high protein cookies with 1 sweet potato, 1 banana, 1 cup of oatmeal, a scoop of protein powder, cinnamon, chocolate chips, and you can also add flax seeds and nuts. Put them in the baggies, and cookies are done. I'm gonna put them in the freezer. And the best thing is Jason has gone home for the month, and I know that they'll be in there ready for our camping trips in July. He won't eat them. Don't you hate it when you make meal prep food and they have a specific purpose and your partner eats it? And you're like, no, don't eat them. They're for camping. I also put together breakfast meals, which is just oatmeal, flaxseed, chia seed, hemp seed, cinnamon, and some raisins, as well as protein powder. And I just put a bunch of them in the cupboard, and then I can just grab them ready to go, and I know that we have breakfasts. Till the next video, guys. Thanks for watching.